So, senior man PR Kasabibre. So shout out to him. Shout out to Sammy Dusty.
Yeah.
I believe. Mesha say free TGMAs. That's where my bro Piero ended. And I believe, like I was saying, I believe TGMA I'm gonna see more relevance. Honestly. Because growing up, knowing GMAs, Ghana Music House, growing up, I think it was more of fan love than PR.
Okay.
And 3 years down the lane, no, I think say the conversation have switched from
PR to
fans to PR.
PR, yeah. Until overriding.
I say fans in the crime feel at the end to say first in the
okay.
The winner be enya. When I'm the man, okay. So do
you feel people are losing interest?
Yeah, even the artists.
From the fun aspect.
Even the artists. Let's check the ratio from where they started to right now as it stands. How many artists and they pull it up to the extent that they are now setting up policies to make sure artists attend.
Okay.
It's very obvious they are losing their relevancy in the game. And if they don't up it, a time will come. Nobody will even remember there was an award scheme called GMAs, Ghana Music House. And on Kodanchen, it's funny how artists are moving of late, trying anything for the awards.
Alright.
But knowing perfectly well, say near the day I was near the awards in the by Juma, why? Oshe Kasa man for Kasa. Right now they are hiring agencies like say member out no member the deny tonko full team that is really their fans. Since social media right now is consumer centric into them, they are pushing some narratives on the media so they are indirectly, subconsciously you feel like
this person deserves it. Okay.
But before that, what were you doing? I had the end from the onset. And then I make myself.
I would try man nominations nearby out and
yeah. So it means you never trusted your good works until you were nominated. You make the nominations. That has always been my belief in nominating artists, from Grammys to anything. So submit it. You make the list because you know perfectly well you did a good job. That's why a time ago say a nominated artist it pains the artist more than now. Right now J-Bad be saying because if you guys over there if it was that relevant, would he have said that comment or something more like more sensible to us than just brushing it off like that? Because I was IBBO and artists right now are making it seem like they have worked without even putting in work. Let's go into details. Way they buy. Say kasa ye betche. But timing no. Some like 5 minutes in no. You be just by me and course analytics winner voting just by going the bills and go for the nominate you the so idea so but obia was no respectfully deserves to be on there. And I always also hold the belief say when you are nominated it means you are a winner.
Yeah, potential
it's just that
winner.
competition sake I always say ABB NSC antics be there. Let these people get it. I mean, these artists are more fake PR just to get their attention. Say, it's not about making noise. It's about what you did under the year under review. What you say? So bana be the day and I mean best and I mean say munjai we na mon fama me munye say na mon fama me. You are not making any sense.
Okay.
So why are you?
Okay.
You remember when Patapa lost
to Fancy Gadam? Yeah, Fancy
Gadam. Why am I complaining? Was it the artist? For me, Patapa just did one video. But who was complaining the most? The fans.
Did you vote?
Because Because but who was celebrating? Fancy got them.
Yeah.
Obviously, he also did some work. A man gets nominations, you know. So a mama man yes awards and the new be eto. But the master that I know more than a follow. Let me shift from Ghana to South Africa. South Africa for no. I'm pointing a perspective. We say, why are we not attacking USA? Because USA is equally pushing people down here.
Yeah.
Airport now because anybody doesn't have a free US bar. Ghana. The stats is there.
Like,
hold on.
The channels are not the same. They are not using the same method.
Let me land. You understand from my. That's why I said I'm pointing out a perspective.
Even Ghana is right now sending people back to their hometown. They are catching Nigerians are going. By his approach.
Let him land.
Listen, let me land. When I land, you understand that. So I mean no harm. So for judging from that perspective, you know, you get to understand. Say, send you see your maybe, and send you see your maybe.
All right.
They are almost always debate about this. Papa a ding and a bonnet a ding. Papa, I feel like Papa, if you are a Christian, mostly the Bible says it. But if you are not a Christian, you know that Papa where the majority peneso. You get it? Because when you do something that affects the majority, we say Papa. And you know with me chinchim and saja the Ghana. Near say Ghana the entine. What I say? But obviously we know say subconsciously and unconsciously in any other Papa. What's the percent say? So South Africans, whatever they are doing, knows perfectly well say they are not supposed to do that to a fellow human being, right? But let's check the metrics. How many South Africans are in different African countries? How many other different countries? And then what's South Africa? When you check, you notice that ratio among foreign laws were outside their country.
Yeah.
Why is it so? And why is it that when they are in different countries, they are being treated nice? Similarly, I didn't see a USA for pound for film cruise. But corona for now buy a cruise so nice. Even without proper documentation. Am I making sense? Because your painted picture be always say nipa asume si die onye papa nipa asume si die onye ni die say what I say. I can confidently tell you say even United States of America our turn the American dream across the globe they don't have it figured out. You know because what I bad but they have painted a picture out here so more than best in brown.
Yeah.
Into South Africa for essay among Pearl will Kruma. Me, I feel like we are beyond that age is near now we are resistant. This is not the first time, this is not the second time. It has been there since independence. They have always been any blacks in Kwao. They have always been about that notion. They say Yempeb Obia will you crew so because they now on you fast will be there also. So let's leave them into isolation and see say papa and I say papa. That is from another point of view. I'm not being just direct with them. And as I say nipa be here nipa. Those same people will come back and beg us. Say, oh, mom brother, mom boy. One said we are in the city because near one Obi ni alright, but Obi will be also when you're there. Any. At the end of the day, these people regret even asking us, not even beating us, asking us say, "Yen feel mukru when you're there." And I feel it's about that time, and also raising an alarming. And you be say, Africans should start solving their home matters because so Kobe to paya like a few percentage of the nation, and at the state that's. It's another question. For Nigeria's instead. Caribbean will be called we as we want you find Nigerians in there. Not because of money baby too. But baby there are so many things any right. Ghanaians for instance, aside I want to as Ghanaians say we trim hanum say Ghanaians they want to. That's why within 3 years, brain drain and cost you man. Do you know how many doctors have left the country? How many nurses? How many lawyers? How many people are more in the police force or more movie army? Or more movie free crew man? I call crew for us so more compare diabo. So we should tell us as very much as go for being pay where you close, we can also do our own well and stay inside. Now I limited that notion now. Set time there I say wasting resources sacrifice go for free crew so yeah then. Right now, some will be cool right now. It's on our heads. Though South Africa it's also on our heads. They because I saw a video of a gentleman. He said he does saloon work, beautician, being abused. To the extent a young guy be tata and it wasn't worth it. I didn't Baba Corona or Yawahano. Maybe he's not making it. And obviously you can enter barbering shops say Wahano, so no bizarre boys and say don't go South Africa. 99.9% Beka say meko. And it should tell our leaders something. It's not always no Beka Brofwa Kesi Acheyu. Right. It's not always. We should make sure that the South Africans regret whatever they are doing. But also make sure that our people are also feeling reluctant to do unnecessary travels. To go there and scrap toilets. I do Kruma bit me I comfortable. To go there and hustle. MTN is a South African owned company, right? ShopRite. Most of the service providers are more big are South Africans. And it should tell us say you baby and now adding more value than take value. And if you have more value to give, Obin Tilin Ganja is a free no kuruso. Because we hear intimacy Obia Nibu South Africa they say deserve say Nibufu, but equally on channel Nibufu to our leaders too. So that they also work internally. So they be according to na adults na right now hospital our doctors crying you want measure one. And so until because doctors need call UK can say US equally eyes for the it's a similar thing though and that's like to that degree of beating people unnecessarily, but we know what is going on grounds, and I can confidently say hey crew yeah a bedroom maybe will be very relevant in this world to the extent say ultimate can't say oh pamoye Oba free say the Cuba foot me ba because of say or doctors and nurses for baby no. Oba so oba fire the alcohol. What you say? I also like to address the matter involving what kind of thing? Hold on, I'm coming. Involving Adum Kiki, Kiki. Adum Kiki, I don't know him that much.
Okay.
But copyright issues, I have like in-depth knowledge about it, like Asakaa. What I can say is, sir, you come hanum say, especially the gospel artists, amo the bibiama nyame, but we live in the world. We don't live in heaven. We are seeing a team, they should understand say some technicalities be here Juma, and they need this and now they need the amano. Sometimes so say BBC, not even if you don't mean it, I think say as soon as possible you do PR. Obabo say no have clear them. Say they be encore that far because we wait me for a time or one time cry then. And in copyright issues, and yet even about referencing only. It's about referencing and also making sure the person is paid. In music, we don't do mabodi keke. Mabodi na mafro nyejuma. In music, you do mabodi na metuaka. If the person says, okay, fine, maybe I completely free, and also another form of payment, or no one acknowledge the fact so they are chill. But around that's a misconception biba and you come out person acknowledge songwriters. I don't even understand why, and I think that would be another topic for another day. I will say deep. There's nothing wrong in being a performer and singing people's song, performing people's song. But you come out your GDB says two big wasa. Until bimbe say Obeka say we na try your mommy me fa anyum free we ho but adene so wafa why
yeah juma so
we wiem so say na mo ka de na we wiem se obodi ka se magye de a e just say de amount but se wa modi an ka de na we wiem enti na ya itimi nya akokoduro ka se we wi anyum no but se o kan a anka bibia nsi eno nkoda nche no obi a wotie me as an upcoming art and I say obi a was run bia you should know how to follow the copyright rules, the composition rules. As simple as that. Learn my management in pello ye bia we need more de na mo nye adwuma. All right. The last point on to me so that base 360 e wo honum. Call find us on the socials. You be sure they obey. The last thing I would like to talk about the Asakaa movement. A great and wise something on my end, but me I feel bad about it because Matana Kasha was Asakaa good. Do you know why? Asakaa is never about J-Bad. It's never about Skyface. It's never about Okenet. It's never about you can't say the likes of City Boys, Bra Banks and all. Asakaa movement is bigger than them, and I'm confidently sitting here and telling them, say, they have really done us more harm than good.
Why?
I felt like they left the mandates, but on an ekuta no mujato form, and mujani could do finish line. Or yeah, you saw them more really, but you left something behind. Something that mujani behind, you know. Somebody was supposed to be awarded that baton, no, so the other economy. Though individually they are doing exceptionally well, I feel like those people are more they subscribe to those genres, you know. I must say, you know, that mile now I was more rich, you know. You get same thing happened to Azonto. Azonto came, it was bouncing and everywhere. And the forefront, no one no do anymore. Individually was started obia person or cast on the way by you know. Now we say me the Akaida buy, we say me the winner buy. To the extent Nigerians tapping yeah the Shoki buy, yeah the buy Alingo, and it was never making sense. Oh, okay. But individually you were sell, so you feel like it's making sense. But you see Diana, you see we and Sunny at them. You inquire one room and them. Now we are about to see that. Most of the time, by the time you come back, now you are blocked now and say, you know, they see that. You are power, the strength are now with the you complete it too. But a munya day to say the now we see at once until if you have noticed, and then you see a gun near Jaho, you then see a gun near Jaho. Most of them now I got to be with you. You get so maybe as I say, industry, you know, it's never about. O contribution is for the greater good of all people or all Ghanaians doing music. And when a movement like Asakaa came, at the limelight bit to African music, especially Ghanaian music, the Ghana sound, a lot of people, and I'll talk. Black Sherif being Black Sherif. Me, I'm telling you, say Asakaa will even give some certain light to Black Sherif too. Kwaku Flake. Not because of say Omanye drill Nibio, but because Asakaa never started because of only the drill part. It started also as a movement in dressing, in how hip hop was trending almost last season. And Oko down the lane, memory lane, you see say all these boys are mentioning these songs are a far that channel on him and a hit songs. And right now they are all doing their individual thing, and that is how it's supposed to be. Great. People were seeing them as a group, which they were never a group. But anyway, say Omuja to completely. At least some more individual projects. You can equally also be doing the collective projects. And then people will also be like tapping in. So what I say? Like bro, but if they are planning on coming back, they will be releasing an album soon, 2026 album.
Yeah.
If they are saying that, I feel like they should come in hard and go in harder, everlasting harder.
Sure.
But I'm not say yes, I'm not forget they have killed so many people's dreams.
All right, but I say.